Evening, everyone. I hope you're well. Sorry, I'm just quickly checking to make sure that we're live. You never want anything to go wrong, do we? So we're just having a quick look. Sometimes it takes a few seconds because I have so many different Facebook accounts now with the final members and everything else. It's hard to keep track. Let me just have a quick look. It says let's start. Oh, we're good. We're good. I know we're there. That makes me happy. Makes me happy. We know we're there. Give it a few seconds for some people to catch up because it's always a bit of a word. Always takes a few seconds for people to come through. I know we're on our 8:30 start. I've just seen Malk Ewins is there. So good to see you, Malk. And Highlanders just turned up. So good. We're getting some people coming through. I hope you've had a lovely day. It's been nice, isn't it? I think today might be the last sunny day by the looks of it. Or it's not going to go really cold straight away, but it's definitely, I feel autumn is knocking on the door, shall we say. I think it's getting pretty close. That's cool. That's fine. This actually brings us back more to whiskey weather, let's be fair. Middle of the summer, 30-degree heat. It's not really what you think for whiskey. Warm fire, cold outside. That's much more so yeah, there's benefits to this weather too. Let me just see. We've got a few people posting in the chat. Let's just see what we got. Andrew's here. Good evening to all and good luck. Good to see you, dude. Hope Campbelltown is doing well. Dave, good evening, Rob, and everyone. Good luck in tonight's draws. Yes, good to see you, Dave Forrest. And Ian's here. Evening, Rob. Evening, Ian. So we've got 4 tonight. Well, we've got lots of things to talk about tonight. So there's 4 tonight, whilst I remember. And those 4 is we've got a completely free Balvenie 12 that we had on the site. We've got the Springbank for less than £1. Don't think you can go wrong with Springbank for less than £1. And I forgot, do you know, I found a sample of the 18, which is, I know very hard to get hold of and all those sorts of things, but it's really good. It's really, really good. And the one thing that always surprises me about Springbank is it's 46 almost exclusively across the board. And you know what? The finish on 46 is as long as some 56. So, hats off to them. We've got the Glenfarclas 25, a bit of Speyside loveliness. 25-year-old as well. You can't go wrong with that. And then we've got the Camping Conundrum, which was a bit of a weird one and basically came out because I couldn't decide what to take. So you guys can decide for me. Whoever wins, the bottles will be on their way to you. Have them, open them, just put it either way. Let me know which one you think I should take. And that'll be the decision made. Take it out of my hands and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Good. So those are the 4 we're doing tonight. Those people, and I assume probably the people on here, who bought tickets this week, you've already been invited to the most recent competition because I said I'd give you a head start, which I have. And to be fair, it's going crazy as per normal. So it's called What's in the Box, Rob, which is a new idea. I don't know where it came up with. I had 2 really cool bottles. And I was like, well, maybe I could do something different. So it's called What's in the Box, Rob. There are 2 bottles inside the box. It's already packed. It's ready to go. They are both relatively new releases. They're both sold out, so you won't be able to go and buy them anywhere else. They are both awesome. One of them I know is tripled at auction, and the other one is currently, it's not hit auction. I think it's just hit the first Scotch whisky auction now. But if past is the same as, or is to be believed as a good indicator, then that should be doubling anytime soon. So I launched that about 2 hours ago and already 53 tickets have sold and there's only 22 left. So on the back of the Glenmorangie, this seems to be doing quite well. So all good things for that. If you want to get some of those tickets and you've got the password, because only the people who bought tickets last week have that password, get in there. I'm going to take the breaks off tomorrow though, so just make sure you get your tickets whilst you can. There's a few more comments, a few more posts. Let me just see what we've got here. Michael's here. Good evening, everyone, and good luck. Good to see you, dude. Amir, hi all. Hi, Amir. Good evening and good luck from Darren. Good to see you, buddy. Andrew, agree with that sentiment. Cold night, warm fire, and a nice dram. Indeed. Do you know what? It seems to be coming around to that bit. Stuart, I love that Gambling Conundrum. Do you know what? I obviously, as you'd expect, I look around at other whiskey sites and stuff, and the ones that always get me are the ones that like Winner Dalmore 45, a £20,000 whiskey. And there's 10,000 tickets or 100,000. I did see one and it had 100,000 tickets. Well, I can't be bothered with that. Do you know what I mean? But I do like the idea of finding different and interesting ways, which is where the camping conundrum came from, which is where the what's in the box Rob came from. So I'll continue to try and think of interesting and new stuff. Although, to be fair, if I'm honest, there's loads on the site at the moment. So there's the Sintish series 1 and 2 for the Glenallachie, if you want to start that one off. There's the Glenmorangie 2 sale. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Feel free to criticise my my Gaelic. Got the Japanese 12. So if anyone who wants to try a really good Japanese whiskey, you've got the chance. We've got the Lagavulin 12 special release for 49 pence. I like having a 49p one on there. We've got the Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength. If anyone has tried, if you've tried the 12 and said you don't like it, I tell you, try the cask strength, and it is way better. It's a bit like the Lefroy. I'm reliably informed in that one. I've had another Macallan Sherry Oak 12 because that everyone seemed to really like that, so I've done that one. We put the Glenallachie 17, the Master of Woods, the new series. That's from Zanura and Oloroso, and it's on sale. I didn't even realize I put it on sale. I'm not sure I was supposed to do that. And then we've got what's in the box. So there's plenty going on, and there's actually, because I have to be organized, there's a few that are in there that are obviously not posted, but they're all ready to go, because they're, when we do the Sundays and all that sort of stuff, they have to be ready to rock and roll. So there's a lot going on. Stuart, I love the camping conundrum. Bob, it's got to be the Glenallachie 15. It does look really good. Do you know what I mean? Like I got it, and obviously Glenallachie is renowned for its really heavy sherry influence and stuff like that. But I was surprised at how dark it is. That's a really cool dark color, and that's exactly what I was looking for. But then the Bowmore I've been after since they've released the sherry oak one, and I've been like, I really like the idea of that because it brings that bit of peat into it. So whoever gets to win gets to choose. Aaron's on the Dirren. No, that's not right. Dirren's on the Aaron. Good. I haven't had Aaron for quite a while now. Malk, camping conundrum. What did you think about my suggestions? You did send suggestions, but I've completely forgotten what they are. I was going to do some digging and see what they're up to, because it might be something I do more regularly with these guys. I think it's quite, I don't know, maybe I'm at that sort of point in my life where my idea of hijinks, if it's the idea of going out into a wood, camping overnight with a fire, some whiskey, good company and a guitar, that's me done. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to travel to Spain or somewhere like that. I'm more than happy to. That's a big tick for me. Tim, evening everyone and good luck. Good to see you, dude. So yeah, like I say, loads of stuff on the websites. Make sure you grab those tickets if you want them for What's in the Box, Rob. Crazy name. Because that's going to come off of password protection tomorrow. Final Embers, bit of an update there. That's flying. I've got loads of people paying their deposits for the ones who want to get ahead. I have made a slight adjustment, which I'm sure will be good news for some of you who are doing it. For people who are, because there's some people have taken 1, some people have taken 2, few people have taken 4 randomly, who've gone big on it. And what I was going to say was, I've decided that if you have 2 or more, I'm chucking something else in. So there's a really cool set from Glencairn. So it's it's in whiskey glasses. It's got a pipette, because this is glass strength. You might need that to bring the ABV down a little bit. It's got a nice little water jug. It's a cool thing to add in. So if you're on 2 or more bottles, you get that chucked into the mix. So that's like a cool little addition in there. But I think the branding's basically done. We're all good. I'm planning October 31st, I think, is going to be the day that it goes live. And obviously, as you all know, it's open for 1 day and 1 day only. And then it's gone. So if it goes live and it doesn't sell, we all know what happens. That's the end of that one, basically. I've just seen someone turn around and say, where's the link to pay? So now I'm going to have to quickly find the link to pay, so then I can share it in the chat for those people who want to put a deposit down. 1 sec. As I quickly flip through, do you know what? It's quite an interesting thing when you've got so much stuff. Like I've got final embers, whiskey giveaway, personal stuff. It's hard to keep on top of it. All right, here we are. Here's the link. So hopefully let's put the link and not just the text. Is that coming through? You have to tell me if that appears. I've sent it to the chat, so hopefully it's coming through. I think it's just sending the text. Hang on a sec. 1 second. Try that one. See if that one works better. Hopefully, it will. It's on the website. Yeah, it's on. Where can I pay the bills? I can't see the information. Where's that, Stuart? Yeah, it's. I sent it out to everyone who'd expressed an interest in getting a bottle. It's just text web. Yeah, weird. Oh no, it's come through there. I can see it's on there. Yeah, cool. No, that's good. So yeah, so that's cool. I'm really excited about that. Do you know what the funny bit is? It's quite hard to balance everything up, but it's cool. It's getting so close to the end. So yeah, I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm trying to keep them a little bit separate if I can. So, should we find out who's going to win some whiskey? That's not a bad idea, is it? So we got let's do the Balvenie first because that's the free one. Does everyone like having a free one on the site? We only had 125 entries. Now you only get 1 entry per person, so there's 125 people. But bear in mind it's completely free. In the old days when it was lockdown, we'd have been inundated because the competition hunters were out and about. They don't seem to be doing it as much now. But they were also the ones who used to send you like 50, 100 different postal applications and stuff like that, but that doesn't seem to come up very often. So let's do Balvenie, then we'll do Springbank for less than £1, then we'll do the Glenfarclas, and then we'll do the Camping Conundrum for no other reason than that's the order that's on my screen. So let's do it that way. Yeah. A few more coming in the chat. That works. Working now. Good. So everyone's got that. So by all means, get your deposits in. And the good thing about that as well, just so October is the plan for when, but I've set up as £25 deposit because actually you can pay for your bottle that way if you want to. Some people were saying, can I spread it out a bit and stuff like that? It's like, yeah, we'll just do that and just pay as you're ready, and then it'll add up. And that way it makes life a bit easier rather than trying to do anything else. So by all means, use that as a way of sort of spreading your payment. So right. Let me find the spinny wheel. He says confidently. There we are. So as per normal, it's open on the wrong one. We want the Balvenie 12, and there should be loads. Perfect. Now there's only 1 per person, so there's a lot there. Let me shuffle these around. Perfect. Me. Big thing. Mountain Dew, come on, start the draw. Best of luck to everybody. Yeah. With the name, does it mean it's peated? No, it's not actually. The reason it's the final embers is just the idea of it because it's a single dram, a single cask, and it's open for 1 day. It's like it's the last chance of getting it. But no, this one isn't. This one's it's a far more. Well, actually, if you go to the final embers, if you go to the products, the whiskey page, it's on there. Shows as sold out at the moment, and it's not the final bit by any means. But the tasting notes there are pretty much based on the actual whiskey that you're having. So by all means, go over there, and it'll give you a bit more of a bit more detail. So 40 seconds. That's good. Right, let me just double check for any more conversations, apart from people getting there. Drumming from Andrew, drumming from Diran, so we're good to go. Let's find out who's going to win this Balvenie. Good luck. Here we go. I don't think anyone can say no to a free Balboni, can they? Just starting to slow down. I don't recognise the names. I'm not sure I could read that one out if I could. Oh, Matt QPR. I assume he's a Queen Parks Rangers now fan then. 119 ticket 119 Matt QPR. You are the winner of a nice little bottle of Balvenie 12. Winging its way to you. That's all right, isn't it? Well done, Matt QPR. Get yourself a nice little bottle. Let's move on to the first of the ones that the people here are probably after. Let's go for the Springbank for less than £1. There we go. Perfect. Let me shuffle this around. 40 seconds. All right. That's all done. So QPR's got one. Let's find out who's going to get the rest. Let me just double check the chat. See if there's anything I'm missing. It's quite funny. I still do that. And the reason being is in the past, it's where there's been a problem with the system and you guys can't see it and stuff. That's why I always come back and check. Congrats, Matt QPR. Indeed, congrats, Matt QPR. But let's find out who's going to get this Springbank, shall we? Quick fire turnaround. 3, 2, 1, go. Slow down a little bit now. Obviously, as you know, with all these 99p competitions, we end up with a lot of entries. So we're just starting to slow down now. Is it going to tick over? Is it going to tick over? Mr. Hugu. Mr. Hugu. That's a name that rings a bell, but not for a long time. Mr. Hugu. Ticket number 103. So you've got yourself a bottle of Springbank. Brilliant. And in second, joint second, we've got 172, which is Proton. And we've got, is it Neil? Let's find number 76, just to double check that name where Neil T. Keane. Neil T. Keane. You've got yourself a little bit of extra website credit as well. So well done to all. But obviously most to all to Mr. Hugu, because you've got yourself a little bottle of Springbank on its way to you, which I think is perfect. Right, congratulations, Mr. Hugu. Good to see that the conversation is getting through and people are hearing. Right, let's move on up. Let's do the Glenfarclas. I'm quite envious about this because this was the sort of thing I did consider about, sat in front of the fire. I think he's something a little bit bolder, a little bit less refined than this, but it was on the short list. So, Glenfarclas 25. Let's do some shuffling. Perfect. Right. Let me just make sure that's still on 40. It is. That seems to be fixed now. Don't know why, but it doesn't seem to change. We have one in the chat. It's probably a drummer. Is it a drummer drumming? Congratulations, Mr. Hugo, with an angry face from Andrew, because you've taken some Campbelltown whiskey away from him. Yes, it's maybe you're back to the old ways, Andrew. I've not been able to pick up the Campbelltowns. But congratulations, Mr. Hugo. Good for you. Right, let's find out who's going to win the Glenfarclas, shall we? Michael has definitely got his fingers crossed that it's a good win, actually. This is a good bottle to have in your collection. It's decent. I actually had a Glenfarclas 40 the other day, and that was really, as you expect, that's really nice. Very much that sort of gentleman's club kind of feel to it. Right, let's find out, shall we? Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Flying around those phenomenal. Way too quick now to try and get any idea of who's going to be the winner. quite like a long spin. I've seen some other people do this and they do a short spin. I quite like a long spin. It adds a bit of suspense. Still ticking along. Is it going to be Proton or is it going to move on? I think it's going to tick over. Yeah, JB45 RPM. JB45 RPM. Which we've had relatively recently, but for the life of me, I can't think of who it is. Ticket number 38, JB45 RPM. And Proton, you've got yourself some extra credit, as does Dave, which I believe is Dave Forrest, because as you can see, he's a man of quite a few emojis. But there we are. That's the section of the wheel there we can see. So you got 21, which is Proton, you've got £5 worth of credit. 38, JB45 RPM, you've got the win. And Dave Forrest, you've got yourself some credit too. So well done to you guys. Long spins are fun and short spins are annoying. It's true that, do you know what? I think that's true. Whether you believe it or not, for me, it irritates me when it's a really long short spin. Great win, says Darren. Indeed, congratulations. Congratulations, Vickers. Yep, it's a good win. It's a good bottle to have in your collection. Right, final one for tonight. And that is the Camping Conundrum. Sellout. I think our Sunday competitions, this one was a little bit earlier than the Sunday, have sold out for 5 weeks in a row. And this one I launched at Rob What's in the Box that's on there now. That's effectively doing the Sunday one for this week. So I think that's going to sell out, seeing it's already 80% sold or whatever it is. So shuffle it up. We'll double check the 40. It's there. We're all good. Let me come back and just check the chat. I'm trying to be a bit faster because it's been 21 minutes. I've been chatting to you already. Dave, ouch. Still a 5 is okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's why we changed it to the ones who flank the winner to get the things rather than just a random person. I think that's quite a nice consolation prize. So, last one, Camping Conundrum. 2 bottles, the Glenallachie 15 and the Bowmore 15 Sherry Oak. So a lovely little mix. And the winner gets to tell me which one I shall be taking camping. So, good luck, everyone. Here we go. Whilst you're spinning, don't forget, if you want to put down your deposit for the inaugural release of the final numbers, the link is in the chat, but obviously if you don't, I've seen some orders coming through whilst we've been talking, so there's a few more people doing it. Once the 220 bottles are gone, they are gone. I can't get any more. It's one cask on one day. So grab them if you do. Right, it's starting to slow down. Just starting to slow. Oh, look. Almost a double there. Look, JB45 RPM. Oh, it might be Highlander. It might be Stuart. Might be. He's in the chat, I think. Highlander Carly, ticket number 67. Ticket number 67, Highlander Carly. There we go. Second place for Nat McFeagle, which is Andrew in the chat. So that's a good result for him. A little bit of extra credit. And £5 for MJ Kenny, who's also in the chat. It's like a 3-way chat. One. So Highlander Carly, you've got yourself 2 bottles of delicious 15ness. You have to let me know when you get them, which one you think I should take. Obviously not from your supply, from my own. And £5 credit for MJ Kenny and £5 credit for Nat McFeedle, which is Andrew. So congratulations, says Darren. Congratulations, says Michael. Vicker says congrats. Yes, nice one, says Stuart. Indeed. If you're going to win, you might as well win 2, not 1. Darren, so close, and he was very, very close. I thought it was going to be there. Congrats, Carly, says Andrew. Damn, so close. Immediately followed that up. Yes, you were very, very close. As was, to be fair, MJ Kenny, who had already put a congratulations, which is nice to see. But yeah, he was close too as well. But yeah, that was a great one. One off yet again, Harp. Yeah, indeed, you've been close all night. Actually, I keep seeing you. Yours stands out because yours is in capital letters, so I can usually see yours quite easily. Well done on the winners, says Dave. Indeed. Don't forget, so the 2 that will be finishing this week, so that finish on Saturday, whilst I remember, are the 2 Glenalachie's, this and Tish, which are awesome. I'm tempted to get those two myself. Yeah, I do. I'm a bit of a Glenallachie fan, to be fair. And the Glenmorangie for 49 pence. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? And the good thing about that one is, which I know a lot of people like, is it's 49 pence, but it's also limited to 10 tickets maximum. So no one can spend more than a fiver, and no one can get like a huge advantage. 10 tickets, no more than a fiver is the maximum anyone can do. So it's a nice fair wheel, should we say. But congratulations. Like I said, follow that link if you want to do your deposit for the final Embers inaugural release. If you need me for anything, give me a shout through the website. But have a lovely week, guys. I hope the weather holds off a little bit until it starts to plummet. But I'll see you guys next time. Thanks very much. Cheers, guys. Bye.